Have you ever wondered how a street hustler from Queens, New York, transformed himself into a global icon worth hundreds of millions? Today, we're unmasking the fascinating story of how Curtis Jackson, better known as 50 Cent, made his first $1 million and built the foundation for one of the most inspiring rags-to-riches journeys in hip-hop history. From drug dealing to chart-topping hits, this is the real story of grit, hustle, and business savvy. Early life. Curtis Jackson was born on July 6, 1975, in the South Jamaica neighborhood of Queens. He never knew his father, and his mother, Sabrina, was only 15 when she had him. She was a drug dealer who was tragically killed in a suspicious fire when 50 Cent was just 8 years old. After his mother's death, he moved in with his grandparents. Life was far from easy. Money was tight, and the streets outside were filled with crime, gangs, and drugs. By the time he was 12, Curtis had started dealing crack cocaine. While other kids were playing sports or video games, he was hustling to survive. He would later say, "When I was growing up, my mom was hustling, so I was hustling." He got arrested multiple times during his teenage years, first for bringing drugs and guns to school, and later in an undercover sting operation. But behind the chaos, he had a burning ambition to do something bigger. Discovering hip-hop. In the mid-90s, Curtis turned his attention to rap. He admired artists like Run DMC and LL Cool J, who had found a way out of poverty through music. In 1996, he met Jam Master Jay of Run DMC, who taught him how to structure songs, count bars, and record professionally. This mentorship laid the foundation for his musical career. But it wasn't until he linked up with Columbia Records and started working on his debut album that the money began to flow. Breakthrough, How to Rob. In 1999, 50 Cent recorded a provocative track called How to Rob, where he humorously described how he would rob famous rappers and R&B singers. This song was a marketing masterstroke. Suddenly, everyone in the industry was talking about him. Jay-Z, Big Pun, and other artists responded in their own records. The buzz was exactly what 50 Cent needed to get noticed. Unfortunately, just as his career was gaining momentum, tragedy struck again. In May 2000, he was shot 9 times outside his grandmother's house. Miraculously, he survived, but Columbia Records dropped him, fearing he was too much of a liability. Most artists would have quit right there. But 50 Cent refused to give up. Mixtape hustle. While recovering from his injuries, he started recording mixtapes in his basement. With the help of his friend and manager Sha Money XL, he produced hundreds of songs and distributed them throughout New York. One of the most important mixtapes he released was called Guess Who's Back, in 2002. This project circulated on the streets and created such a buzz that it eventually landed in the hands of Eminem. Eminem was blown away by 50 Cent's raw energy and storytelling. He brought the mixtape to Dr. Dre, and together, they offered 50 Cent a record deal with Shady Records and Aftermath Entertainment. That deal would change everything. Signing the deal. In 2002, 50 Cent signed a deal reportedly worth $1 million upfront, including a recording advance and funds to launch his own label, G-Unit Records. This was the moment he officially became a millionaire. But it was only the beginning of a much bigger empire. Get rich or die trying. In February 2003, 50 Cent released his debut studio album, Get Rich or Die Tryin'. The album was an instant classic. Powered by hits like In the Club, 21 Questions, and Pimp, it sold 872,000 copies in its first 4 days. Within weeks, the album went multi-platinum. In less than a year, 50 Cent earned tens of millions in royalties, touring, and merchandise. But what made 50 truly different was his business mindset. Business moves beyond music. 50 Cent understood that music was just the entry point. He used his fame to build income streams everywhere he could. One of his most brilliant moves was investing in vitamin water. In 2004, he signed an endorsement deal with Glasso, the company behind Vitamin Water, and received a minority stake in the business. When Coca-Cola bought Glasso in 2007 for $4.1 billion, 50 Cent reportedly walked away with an estimated $100 million before taxes. He also launched G-Unit Clothing, acted in films, wrote books, and built a portfolio of investments and real estate. Mindset and hustle. So how did 50 Cent make his first million? It wasn't luck. It was relentless work ethic, smart marketing, and refusing to stay down. Even after being shot 9 times, he kept recording. Even after losing his first record deal, he made mixtapes until the industry couldn't ignore him. And when the opportunity came, he made sure the deal didn't just pay him as an artist but also as a business owner. Legacy. Today, 50 Cent has sold over 30 million albums worldwide. He has won Grammy Awards, starred in movies, and produced the hit TV series Power, further growing his fortune. He is a perfect example of using music to create generational wealth. From a kid hustling on the streets to a multimillionaire mogul, his story proves that no matter where you start, determination and strategy can change your life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into how 50 Cent made his first million, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Celebrity Unmasked for more inspiring stories of your favorite stars.